It's Thursday, guys. Thursday. Nearly the weekend. Just come down after work again. I was trying not to do much of this because I do like my evenings in front of the TV, but needs must. 6 o'clock. I'm going to have 3 hours here. Got a couple of things to do, but check that out. Another 3 empties. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the drinkers of Middlewich. They are beating me hands down. You know, guys, it's 14 units a week, I think, or something like that. Please drink responsibly. But you've smashed 3 casks in a few days. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, this is the remaining stock. The remaining cask from batch 1, which was the trial batch. 7 casks from batch 2, which is the one where I've tweaked the bitterness because I didn't like it. No, that's wrong. I did like it. I felt that the bitterness was a bit light in batch 1. We needed a little tweak more, so I put an additional bittering charge in earlier in the boil. And everyone loves this one so much. I'm going to go back to that recipe unless they love this one even more. I suspect we'll be back on recipe 1. Well, that's why it's a trial batch, right? And then we'll call it Murgy straight and we can get on with it. So, challenge is, there's a festival in town, middle of June, the Middlewich Folk and Boat Festival. It's all centred around the canals and the pubs. It's busy, and the King's Lock want beer and lots of it. So I am going to struggle because I've got more travel coming up. I couldn't brew last weekend or the week before, so I've got nothing in the tanks right now. So we're going to run out. If that is a busy festival, I'm not going to have enough to support either pub for the weeks after, so we've got to get a brew on Saturday, which is fine. However, I've got more travel coming up, weekend again, so I'm going to have to do a double, and I am not in any way, shape or form ready for a double brew. Nowhere near. But we got no choice, so I'm going to do it. Got the ingredients, plenty of casks, plenty of hops, plenty of yeast. We're going for it. It's going to be crazy. We're going to get in at stupid o'clock Saturday morning as normal. As you've seen, these have taken me till 10 at night sometimes, and I've no reason to think that this one will be any different, so it might roll over into Sunday, or I might just crack on through the night, pull an all-nighter, don't know. But we've got to get it done. By Sunday I want 2 batches, 1 in each of those tanks, and then I'm happy that I've got enough beer to satisfy the festival demand, plus the ongoing demand from the pubs that have committed to us. So God knows what's going to happen. I'll try and video it all. It'll be a laugh at least. The other thing I need to do, and that's why I'm here now, as well as to start prepping and maybe start weighing some ingredients, is this drain needs sorting, so I'm going to have a go at that now as well. Might need a bit of excavation and messing about. Gotta get the panels off the wall and do it, but the last thing I want to be worried about is having to drain stuff really slowly when we're on we're trying to get another brew on the same day. Fingers crossed we'll be alright. Right, I'm getting on with it. As usual, way more complicated than it needed to be. This floor's the challenge. Actually, it's not. My skills are the challenge. This floor, the bottom of the channel, is about 4 inches deep. And I couldn't use that adapter. We'd have been underground, subterranean. So can't move the mountain to Mohammed. Can I get that off? I don't want to disturb the concrete too much. I can't really. You can probably see the channel there. I've just filled the hole in with some of that skirting for a minute, just as a former, and then I've concreted around it. So and the trunking comes up to it. I want to show you. I can't get the bloody thing out. There we go. Okay, trunking into this adapter box and then in, and I'll seal it all up around where the concrete meets the plastic. Make sure that's watertight. That lid on there, once it sets, and a cowling on the top there. That's going to give us probably twice the flow. Still not perfect, nothing is, but. And I've just shutted it off with some old bits of wood that I found just to keep the concrete in place. I'll probably put some bricks around that so this trailer doesn't go bumping over it too easily. But it's good enough. It's better than it was. So that's all done. Secondly, it was the controller that was bust. Just for speed, because I want to go home. I've just stuck it to the other one for now. Swap the cables over at the bottom. This one works fine, the other one doesn't. It's not the sensor. So all that arsing about on brew day 1, probably need to do it. It looked like the wire had snapped, it hadn't probably. I've just done a little test. 2 sets of 40 litres. Perfect. So that's done. Tank has got probably 350, 300, probably got 500 litres of water in there. I'm going to set the timer for Friday night in a minute for it to come on, so it's ready for 6 a.m. With the first batch of water. And it just needs to give some thought now to that brew day. Do I try and do it all in one day? I've been thinking about it while I've been concreting outside. Do I try and get it all in one day? Because I really would like a bit of Sunday to chill out and get back to eat with Sarah, do some stuff, because the next few weeks are going to be busy. With the real job, so I'd rather have it done and out of the way if I can. 2 in a day. You know, we're going to get warm water again pretty quickly, dumping out of the heat exchanger back into the HLT. But at that stage, I really want to be mashing. So what I'll probably do is mash, sparge, transfer, immediately fill the mash tun again with grain, get the heater back on in there, and I've got a few little things I can attend to while we heat up. We might be a bit light on water, particularly for the sparge, I think, but as long as I just do exactly the right amount of water, we'll optimise the time to be as short as possible. Harry, come round, mate. I need you. I've only got the bugger out. I can't believe I've done this, boys. Let me tell you the story. So today I've been talking to the DSI guy and the Micromatic guy. They're the 2 companies, there's probably others, but they are 2 companies that make these Sankey S valves that go into these stainless steel kegs. And they're slightly different designs. In fact, I think there's a couple of designs for the Micromatic one. And they have a slightly different technique for getting them out. So I took a close-up photograph of that one the other day and sent a video, and got a response back. I sent it to DSI, and the DSI guy said, "Love to help you, but unfortunately it ain't one of ours. It's one of Micromatics," and passed me on to a Micromatic guy. The Micromatic guy contacted me and said, "That's not one of ours, that's one of DSI's." So I'm still no further on. If I check my emails, he might have emailed me by now, but I'm down here, so I haven't got time for that. I'm too busy, but I'll have a look in the morning. Anyway, I'm reading all these people that are saying, honestly, 5p trick, 5p trick. Now, I tried that the other night. 5p, little euro coins, washers, nuts, sockets out of a socket set. I could not get these to release at all. They were not moving. It'd go in, well, I'll show you, but it wasn't coming out. And tonight, using an American 5-cent coin, a nickel, they're flying out. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. At your own risk, obviously, but this is how I'm getting them out. Firstly, and probably most importantly, you've got to depressurise these. They're full of gas. If you don't depressurise it and you try and take this spear out, you're relying on this crappy retainer that's causing all these problems. And it's sod's law. The one that you don't depressurise is the one that's going to launch yourself through your forehead. You will die. So, we're not going to die today, guys. So first of all, we got a Sankey coupler. I don't think it matters, but out of this one, I've taken out the one-way non-return valve in there because I was pushing water in through it the other day. I don't think that's necessary, but that's what I've done. So with the handle in the up position, it's not my camera, sorry. With the handle in the up position, we put it in there, push it round till it's reasonably tight. It gets sort of hand tight, and at that point we're going to push the handle down and it will blast all the remaining gas out, and if there's any beer in it, that's coming out too, probably. Okay, it's done. Depressurised. I'm going to do it again just to be sure, but I think I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, there's a little puff. I guess it's just relaxing. Okay, second, Sankey D&S removal tool from Brew UK, 35 quid. This does half the job for you, not all the job. I don't know why it doesn't say that on their website. It really should. I think it really should say that. But anyway, this does half the job. So we're putting that in there. I'm going to turn it in a clockwise, no, counter, anti-clockwise direction. There you go, we're off. And we unwind it, the full travel, as far as it will go before it becomes loose. Okay. You can see that's loose now. Okay. Next, we take our 5-cent coin and we drop that into the well in the middle. Let me show you what's going on in this well. Sorry if my camera goes a bit wonky. In there you've got, if I can get it to focus, it doesn't really matter, you can see it anyway. But in there we've got, right in the centre, get a better shot. So in there, right in the centre, you've got this bit, the lowest part. Look at the colour of my hand. The lowest part in the centre. That's the product out bit. And if you depress that, if I just push something on the centre, it goes up and down. You can push it up and down on a spring. Okay. But the outer ring, this part, also is on a separate spring. And we can push that down too. It takes quite a bit of pressure. But if you see, oh, in fact, use the plastic handle so I don't damage anything. That goes up and down too. And what we've got to do is press them both down at the same time. Now, if you press the outer, it'll take the inner one with it. So we only really need to press the outer one. But we can do it with the Sankey coupler, which is designed just to press the very middle bit in. With that, by putting a 5-cent coin on there. So as that goes on, it's pushing on the coin, which is having the effect of bringing all or both of those rings down. I'm not making sense, am I? I'm going to do that again. Okay, so what we've got to do is push both of those at the same time. And I've had everybody on the comments saying you need a 5p, you need to do this, that and the other. I really could not make it work. I tried 5p's, washers, other coins. I tried the nut of a compression fitting. I tried bits out of a socket set. Nothing at all would release it. But I just happened to try a 5-cent coin in my pocket from my travels to the US, which fits perfectly in that little depression there. And I think a 5p will as well, a British 5 pence, but I tried that and it didn't work. This works. So that's on. What we're going to do next is a Sankey valve with the handle in the up position. So with this at its shortest stroke, we're going to place it on top, and you'll find it won't latch because it's the coins just keeping it too high. But if you push it without pushing the handle down, you just push the centre part of it, you can just get enough push to latch it into place on the bayonets. Like that. Okay, that's in. At that point, if we just push the handle straight down, we should be straight out with the spear. And the offending part is there on the top bit here. If I release the handle on the coupler now, if I just squeeze it so it unlatches, you'll see what I mean. Now it's stuck up. That's what's stopping me pulling it out. And that's how you do it. Can't believe it. Cracked it.